Well, this is quite a way to start the day. I jump on Twitter, and of course, I get tons of notifications, which I'm always grateful for because sometimes I get some really good video ideas from people that are, tagging me on stuff over on Twitter or sending me stuff in DMs, and I'm very grateful for that because I spend a lot of time looking for stuff to talk about. And this is the first thing I saw. Sean Connery, James Bond actor, passes away at age 90. And what's crazy about this is I was just thinking about Sean Connery like a week or so ago, thinking like it's been a while since I've seen him in anything. And I think the last film he ever did, and I could be wrong on this, is League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And then after that, I think he just retired and was done. And, what a career he had. Of course, he defined James Bond. I don't think anyone disagrees on that. The man was and is James Bond. No one can ever hold a candle. People try, but can anybody really hold a candle to his performance? I mean, he was the first one. And they're great movies, and he's not just defined by that. He's been in other great movies too. I can name a couple. Hunt for the Red October comes to mind. The Rock. I mean, he's been in some really great movies. So he had a great career, and he's no longer with us. Rest in peace. 2020 has been a terrible year. But I want to highlight just how nasty and terrible people can be and just how horrible they look at the world. So if you remember Kobe Bryant, literally Kobe Bryant tragedy. It was an early 2020 tragedy from what I remember. He was in a helicopter. It crashed, and him and his daughter lost his life. And it was only a matter of minutes before people started attacking him. You're not allowed to grieve. And you know what? People are allowed to grieve people in entertainment that they truly care about. Entertainment, sports. A lot of these people, especially people like Sean Connery and Kobe Bryant, really do end up touching people and helping them through hard times. Maybe they have a favorite movie that they like to watch when they're down, or they got a lot of joy from a performance. People are allowed to grieve over this stuff. And it might seem silly to some people, but I get it because there's been people that have passed away that truly inspired me. I love the James Bond movies, so this is, to me, a terrible way to start the day. The man was a great actor. Now, the reason that I was tying in the Kobe Bryant thing is because, once again, minutes, literally, you can see it on the article right now, 23 minutes ago, the man passes away, and people are already getting nasty. Even in this article, and I want to highlight this because it just shows you how disgusting people in the media and on social media are, especially on Twitter, which, by the way, their stocks fell, and that's a great thing. But look at this article alone. Sean Connery passes away 23 minutes ago. You go down a little bit here, and 20th century movie icon, right? Look at the little blurb they put. Man passes away, and just a little bit further into the article, you start to talk about sexism. Connery made the character of James Bond his own, bending the ruthlessness with a sardonic wit. Many critics didn't like it, and some of the reviews were scathing, but the public did not agree. The action scenes, the exotic locations were a winning formula. In truth, his Bond is now a museum piece. The portrayal of women impossibly dated. The action scenes are still thrilling, but the sex too often bordered on the non-consensual. Thankfully, it's been a while since 007 slapped a woman on the backside and forced a kiss. But Connery's performance was of its time enjoyed by millions of both sexes and gave the silver screen a 20th century icon. This lines up with all of the hit pieces we've seen on the James Bond character. James Bond will never be the same. The new one, they hired like some big feminist writer to come on and take over the character for the Me Too era. I'm not expecting much from the new Bond, but maybe it'll be great and blow us all away. I mean, it's always possible. But anyway, let's head on over to Twitter. Take a look at some of the nasty things they're saying, because I do think it's important to highlight this platform and the things that it does, which my hope is it will take away some of the power that this platform has. Maybe I'm being optimistic. I don't know. But I want to thank Unmasked Blake here for sending the tip on this and letting me know what was going on. So thank you for the tip, my friend. Let's take a look. This is one of the first ones I saw. You have this right here. A quick note, it's possible to grieve the loss of a cinematic icon like Sean Connery, James Bond, Henry Jones, Sir Captain Marco Ramos, while also acknowledging that he was an active and proud Axist. I choose to celebrate his characters, not his personality or misogyny. Now, the thing about this is there's a time and a place, right? There's a time and a place to bring up the flaws of a person. And I'm not saying that you can't talk about the flaws of a person, but the point I always like to make when it comes to situations like this is a time and a place. We're literally hours after the man was announced dead. And what I'm saying is, like I said, there's a time and a place. Maybe within, an hour after people pass away, it's not the time to smear people that just pass away, no matter how you feel about them. Keep in mind, Sean Connery is from a very older time when it comes to the way people treated other genders and stuff like that. So if the man had flaws, now is not really the time. The time to discuss it would have been a long time ago when he was still relevant. I mean, he's been retired for years. But you have people coming in here and attacking him, getting ratioed too, by the way, which I love. Love seeing ratios to tweets like this. And then you move over here. See some more. I used to love Sean Connery as a kid. It was definitely the accent. Can't watch his Bond as an adult. He was particularly racist and sexist version among an already problematic series. But I'm mourning my childhood a little. The gruff voice still thrills me. And one thing that's funny about the responses to this is that a lot of people are conflicted. This isn't like Kobe Bryant where they just destroyed him. The Kobe Bryant one was worse than this, for sure. But, this is an associate editor at Marvel Comics. Big surprise there. Not surprised at all. The Kobe stuff was nastier. This one seems to have people a little conflicted. Well, I like James Bond, but man, he's an istophobe. Sean Connery is pretty blatant, sexist, and misogynist, but okay, sure, R.I.P. Don't include Sean Connery in that. He's an sexist pig. Now, this tweet was deleted by the author, so I can only imagine it was probably some kind of list about great actors of the times or something. I don't have any more. It's just a response that I saw. Sean Connery was a big abuser and an sexist. This is a response to somebody just saying, rest in urine. Rest in urine. Right? Move on. Just a reminder, while Sean Connery had a bunch of good movies, he was a super pro beating on the ladies. So let's not forget that part. And that's really it in a nutshell. It's going to go on throughout the day. It's going to go on throughout the day, all day. In fact, I won't, because this is still really early. So if some kind of Connery was trash thing starts trending, it wouldn't shock me or surprise me, because that's just what Twitter is. But like I said, I like to highlight these things to just show people how nasty this platform is and to maybe take away some of its power. If people see these are the most active users, and they are the most active users on that platform, maybe it takes away some of the power. So rest in peace, Sean Connery. The man defined one of the biggest cultural icons we've ever seen in entertainment. So, so many things have tried to copy it. So many things were started because of what he did. So, rest in peace. Hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you tonight for the live stream. Also, make sure you like, share the video. Leave a comment. What's your favorite Connery movie? What do you think about Twitter? Stuff like that. Let me know what you guys think. Also, make sure you still subscribe. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you on the next one. Peace! Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.